only pulled it out. We only pulled it out because we have the greatest kicker in NFL history, arguably.
It's true.
Like Justin Tucker. Let's the dude deserves it. Let's talk about Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker, for his career, is a 92% accuracy on field goals. Justin Tucker has hit, I think, 13 career game-winning field goals. His first one came against the New England Patriots back in 2012. He also made that very historic kick back in Denver in the 2012 playoffs on the way to the Super Bowl. Tucker's been money his entire career. The dude's been all-pro 4 of his 8 years. The dude is just made every kick he needed to make. And last night he did it again from 55 yards. And if you saw that thing, I don't know if you guys saw that thing would have been good from 60, 65. That's how deep he drilled it. And what makes Justin Tucker so good, and a lot of people don't know this, is when he hits the ball, the dude hits the ball fast and it goes up on an arc. So it's immediate. So having a chance to block it is just nearly impossible, and which was why I was surprised they blocked it last night. But usually he hits that kick on an arc up, and it's just gone. There's no way to really block it. That's what makes blocking him so hard. That's why he hasn't really missed that much. And he's also just one of the just best talented kickers in NFL history. So, and I was also surprised when I saw Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless pissed me off when he said this shit, honestly. Like, Skip Bayless, he was on his show. He was on Undisputed, and he was saying that place kicking shouldn't be a thing. The NFL should get rid of place kicking. And, he's one
of those dickheads.
On the surface of it,
you can continue.
No shit. I'm going to continue. On the surface of it, it's like one of those things like, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, you think we should get rid of the one aspect of football that actually involves your foot. Cool. Right? But on the other aspect thing is like, it totally takes strategy and, sometimes winning out of a game. Because if you eliminate place kicking, dude, what are you going to do if you got 30 seconds, you're down by 2, and you're at the 30-yard line or whatever? If you have to go down and score the touchdown, you're immediately done. If you have the option to kick the field goal, then you have a chance to win that game. So I just think the logic is flawed, especially considering the NFL has already done a lot throughout the years to kind of curb place kicking, to kind of like do all that. They've made it harder. They've also made it the points count for less. Place kicking back in the day, I'm talking about back in the old time NFL, used to count for 4 points. Used to count for 5 points at one point in NFL history. Can you imagine if kicks counted for 5 points? You know damn well there'd be a lot more kickers out there kicking like 60-yard field goals at the end of the game if it's a 5-point game. So, these are things you got to take into account. And, I just don't appreciate it when people are trying to take away a very important aspect, especially strategically, in the game.
See, he sounds to me like somebody who just doesn't. You all know, Skip Bayless is not exactly, even though he's on television, Skip Bayless is one of those people that leads people to believe that just because you're on television doesn't mean you know shit about anything. But not going to argue. He's made a career out of it. I just don't like how they try to change the special teams, dude. Because honestly, when you really get down to it, if you pay attention to football, special teams is one of those things that you don't pay attention to. It doesn't get a lot of hype, but special teams is one of the most important parts of the game. Special teams can make it
100%.
Think about it. Your punter, that shit. You got a guy even though my team, we don't have kickers. We never have fucking kickers. Our kickers are always some shit. We always have good punters. I've been spoiled the last couple of years of Brett Kern, who's one of the best to ever do it, punting wise. Even though he's been injured this year, that makes or breaks, dude. Just the way your special teams can block a field goal. Last year when we played against, I forgot which week. It was either week 12 or week 13. We played against the Chiefs in Tennessee. The Chiefs had a chance to tie the game. Last play of the game, we blocked the field goal. We won the game. Special teams is one of those things that goes completely under the radar that can make it. You block that punt, no penalty called. You could pick that shit up, return it for a touchdown. Now you have field position. Or you got a punter. You're the team punting. You punt that ball. You pin them back inside their own 10 and shit. Now you're not only setting yourself up for success if they're forced to punt it because they're going to give you good field position, but also you're setting yourself up for they throw an interception. Like in the wild card game when Tennessee played against the Patriots, Brady threw that interception. Logan Ryan walked into the end zone because Brett Kern did such a good job of pinning them back.
Right.
That's
right.
what I'm talking about.
And you got
Special
people like
teams-
Brett Kern, you got people like Johnny Hecker, you got people like Pat McAfee, Sam Cook for the Ravens. Like, the Ravens have like a whole thing on their special teams. It's weird, and it's probably because John Harbaugh used to be a special teams coach, which is probably why their attention to detail is so strict, and they pay very good attention to detail. A lot of these special teams coaches, which is why a lot of
their
them
kicking game is so good.
Yeah,
and why they're able to go out, they're able to scout, they're able to bring in a guy like Justin Tucker, who
look at
the
someone
best
like
to ever
Joe
do
Judge. Joe Judge wasn't a name in the in like, you know, the coaching tree that people were talking about this past offseason. Joe Judge was a nobody, but he was a special teams coordinator. And the Giants, throughout the season, what are they getting better at? They're getting better at the small things, the details. And if you get those details right, you can sometimes overcome your talent. You can overcome your lack of ability. And that's what we're seeing with these special teams coordinator.
Hey, guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. For more content, please hit that notification bell, comment, subscribe, and everything like that. And just remember, keep it real.